Good Friday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic Studios with your weekend forecast update here on your July the 10th, 2026. All right, getting some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there as we get ahead and wrap up your Friday. And you know what? We're going to do it again all weekend long. So you guys just plan on some decent rain chances. Some of the rain can be locally heavy, and yeah, we're going to have to track the potential for some severe weather as well. And this is going to linger straight into early next week. Now, before we get going on this full report, if you're new here to our YouTube channel and you live anywhere across North Georgia, let me quickly introduce myself as your personal weatherman. I'd love for you to give me a hire. I'm on a mission to build a professional 24-hour weather channel, and it's all about the numbers. So please help us out. Hit that subscribe button, and more importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates, as well as any potential live severe weather updates we will do when warranted. All right, let's go ahead and get into this update for this afternoon as we've got some dark clouds there in Dahlonega. Got some showers already erupting in the area with some thunderstorms around. And we're also looking at some storms up across northwest Georgia moving in. We'll show you the radar here in a second. Helen also looking a little bit on the quiet side here. We're here for right now. And let me switch over to the my home camera here. So I meant to have this one up here. So let's go ahead and turn this one off. And there you can see the skies here outside my door also looking a little cloudy and getting a few thunderstorms popping up nearby as well. So again, I know some folks wanting some rain, and hopefully you'll get some here over the next several days. Now looking at the local radar, you can kind of see we got a lot of showers and thunderstorms erupting here here across East Georgia. Here's a line of storms we're going to be watching moving here across Northwest Georgia. Not expecting much out of this. In fact, the models were kind of indicating that this line should probably weaken as it moves in across Northwest Georgia. But again, we're going to have kind of a series of little waves of showers and storms that are going to be rotating out of Tennessee and into Georgia here through the weekend. So just look for multiple opportunities for rain here as we go forward. Now, current temperatures out there, temperatures here in the 80s. Some folks will get close to the 90s for today, but I think with the clouds erupting a little earlier, maybe we don't get quite as warm as what we thought we were going to get for today, but I don't think anybody's going to complain about that for your Friday. And I think it's going to be the same song and dance for Saturday and Sunday. What that means is that your daytime heating max will probably be a little bit earlier in the day because showers and thunderstorms will be erupting just a little after lunch hour as the air mass is pretty buoyant out there. All right, looking at your regional perspective here, you kind of see the Storm Prediction Center's got like a 20% chance of a watch box here across North Georgia. I'm not really expecting anything here with this, but you can kind of see that that line of storms here moving in. And all right, look at all this stuff already firing up here for this afternoon. And that's about what I expect really for the entire weekend. So if you're going to get your yard work done, that kind of thing, do it in the morning because I tell you, by the afternoon, the odds are going to be starting to stack against you a little bit. Satellite imagery here kind of showing what's going on. We got some cloudy skies here all across North Georgia, some filtered sunshine here and there. And that'll be the same thing you're going to see for Saturday and Sunday, kind of a mix of sun and clouds, and then eventually showers and thunderstorms erupting for the afternoon. Current watches and warnings. Right now, we don't have any flash flood watches up into Georgia. You see it up there into Tennessee. But I honestly could tell you, I cannot rule this out that we may not see one potentially issued here across North Georgia, depending on how the day-to-day forecasting and the models are doing as far as the rain threat. Because the rain amounts being generated by some of the models are pretty decent. So just watch for that potential here through the weekend. Here's the excessive rain outlook here for your Friday going into Saturday morning. You can see the yellow areas. That's the 15% of seeing some isolated flooding in these zones right up here across the North Georgia mountains here. And as we go through the weekend, here's Saturday's, again, it's staying there. Then it should back off a little bit going into Sunday, but very good coverage. Again, 5% locally heavy rains. That goes into Monday as well. And then finally Tuesday, we get a chance to dry a little bit. So needless to say, from the rest of your Friday going right through Monday, expect the high rain chances to be sticking around. So along with that, we got to deal with severe weather as well. That's the potential. Again, in these storms, the big thing will be some strong gusty winds on the local level, a lot of lightning, some brief heavy rains. This is going in for Friday into Saturday morning. And then your Saturday, you notice up here across extreme northwest Georgia, we got a level 2 up this way. Needless to say, it's possible they could expand this more into Georgia going into your Saturday. So just, pay attention to our Facebook postings on that, and we'll keep you updated on any changes going there. And as far as day 3, well, again, a marginal risk level 1. So this will probably linger even into Monday as well. So just, this time of year with this kind of heat and this kind of moisture, you can always get a localized severe thunderstorm. Most of these will be like special weather statements, those kind of things, not quite severe criteria. So looking at your model here, it's kind of got this looping on through. Just know you're going to have series of showers and storms day by day by day as a little disturbance is going to ride into Georgia here going into early next week. You'll kind of see this toward the end of the run here as we got one series of storms after another. And you'll kind of notice a little bit of a spin there with this a little bit. See that kind of spinning around a little bit? Yeah, that's a little bit of upper level disturbance kind of riding in through here. So that'll enhance the rain set going into Monday as well. So again, decent rains. And then on top of that, we're looking at some locally heavy rains. Just check those out there. Again, I'll zoom in a little bit closer here. You can kind of see where these pockets of heavy rain are going. Here's 3 inches down in Atlanta, almost 5 inches south Fulton. Inch and a quarter. Again, it really depends on where the storms line up and fire. Just know that the precipitable water in the atmosphere is very high, and there could be some locally heavy rains and pockets all across North Georgia. So just beware of that all weekend long. Hopefully, for those who want the rain, it hits your backyard. All right, let's go look at the weather maps here. Again, watching a couple of decaying systems come on through. We are expecting a frontal system to kind of work its way down this way going into Tuesday as this high kind of builds in down this way. So that should dry us out. And then once we do dry out toward the middle of next week, we're going to heat back up. So enjoy temperatures, especially Monday and Tuesday next week, of dropping off below normal. And then we're going to see things kind of quickly rebound in after that. So your forecast, Gainesville, we'll keep your rain chance about 50%, 89, 74. Further north you go, the higher the rain chance. That's been pretty much standard here for the last few days. Look at your morning lows. Again, most everybody here in the 70s, and this mile's being very, very warm here, even upper 70s. That kind of tells you just how humid the air mass is getting the humidity and the amount of moisture in the air is pretty high. So that'll continue then. And your highs tomorrow, 80s for the most part, depending on when the storms fire up, and then cool us off into the afternoon. So just know that things are going to be not quite as sweltering hot as they have been the last few days. Even the eastern areas, which have been kind of getting plagued with a lot of hot weather, are also going to get a bit of a break there as well. All right, regionally looking like this. Again, you kind of see, scattered showers and thunderstorms all across Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina. Pretty good coverage area there going into your Saturday. And what you see there on Saturdays, just repeat it for Sunday. It's going to be pretty much the same thing. And the next 7 days, here we go, as we keep the rain chances the highest on Sunday and Monday. That's including, there. And then kind of backing off on Tuesday. The timing on that. European was kind of lingering a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of keep it at 50% for right now. But we do dry out next week, and notice the temperatures go from the low 80s back in the low 90s as we go in toward the end of next week. So enjoy a little bit of a July break from the heat before we kind of heat things back up. And I do expect, looks like we got to dry out a bit here beyond the 7-day for right now. So again, with all these storms around, I got a free gift for you. Yeah, it's free. The North Georgia Majestic Weather app. If you are an Apple user, you can find it at the Apple Store there under North Georgia Majestic Weather. There's the QR code there on top. And for you Android users, there's the Google Play. There's the QR code there on the bottom. So a great weather app. It's going to alert you when rain's approaching your area, lightning nearby. It's going to let you know when severe weather is happening. It's going to let you know the hour-by-hour forecast, futurecast on the radar. So it's one of the best weather apps out there. Go ahead and download this. Make this part of your weather toolbox. Brought to us by our weather app sponsor, Roof It Forward, out of Woodstock, Georgia. They're one of the best quality roofing companies in North Georgia. They're not one of those insurance chasers, and they will make sure that you get a good quality job, great customer service, and you know what? They give a portion of every job back to locals children's charity. So it's a win-win all the way around. They really do pay it forward there. All right, again, I appreciate you guys checking us out here. Again, if you are not up on our channel yet as a subscriber, please do so. We do have our 24-hour channel now streaming live on there. Those were the updates I'll put in over the weekend. So if you want to see if there's been any changes to your forecast, go to the streaming channel. Make sure you get that. And again, that's going to be a work in progress. We hope to make it better as we go along. We're going to call this version 1. Until I get my weather computer, that'll be version 2. So we'll do the best we can with what we have. All right, again, appreciate you guys checking us out. Make sure you guys have a great and safe weekend, and we'll see you back in here on Monday, and yours truly will also be filling in at Fox 5 on Saturday and Sunday for 6, 10, and 11. You can check me out there as well. All right, you guys take it easy, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.